Okay, you're all familiar with this room and the setup that we have here. You have your measurements all lined up there. I'm working on the marker paper. I know that I want to have my furniture and my stuff out here. I'm looking into the corner here where I said I would stand for my second view if I were hiring you as an architect. So I'm going to have the same things visible. I'm going to have my chimney on the right wall and my cabinets on the left wall. So it looks like I'm looking in from this point here. This is my 2-point view. I start every 2-point, draw a line down the center of the page. Probably not going to go past the halfway point because I want furniture out in the front. So I'm going to draw a vertical. About halfway down the page. Of course, I'm going to correct that vertical. I'm going to look to see if it actually is vertical. That's why I keep drawing over top of it. I add measurements. It's 16 feet tall, yeah, because I'm looking into this corner here where the ceiling is 16 feet high. So 16, 0, 8, 4, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And I definitely need my 3 in there and my 5, right? At 5 feet high, I draw a horizontal line. Now, this is a big sheet of paper, so it might be a really good idea to take my pencil and measure from 5 to the top and pinch it and come over here and measure 5 down and make a little mark at the right. And come over here the same amount, wherever that 5 was. And that's got to be higher. Did it wrong, so I'm going to correct it. Come over here, make a 5 at the left. That gives me a point to draw towards. So I put my pencil here and my eye over here. I draw a nice straight line. We want vanishing points to go right next to the edge of your page. Do not bring them in 1 inch or 2 inches or 5 inches or anything. Just put them as far out as you can get them. Left vanishing point and right vanishing point. Vanishing points to the top and the bottom of the wall. So right vanishing point up to 16. And then continue on out to the edge of the paper. Left vanishing point to the 16. Continue on out to the edge of the paper. Left vanishing point to 0 and right vanishing point to 0. Now I really need my pencil to find the edges of my page. I'm going to say that's going to be out there. And this is going to be out here. Looks like I bent it, so I'm going to correct it. I'm going to take this 16, pinch my pencil and swing it down this way. And I'm going to do that on the other side as well. I need that on the right wall and the left wall. So this 16-foot line here, if I draw a vertical line here, that's the end of my room on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side at the 16, there's actually an opening into the kitchen. So that's not maybe going to end my drawing over there. How do I find this point? I have to come from the right vanishing point through this 16. So this is a 2-point setup, right? And we're standing here and we're looking this direction. All the lines in this drawing that go this way to the left are going to head to vanishing point left. This wall, the bottom of this wall, heads to vanishing point left, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Look how I bent that line. That's going to get a little wonky. This wall, everything that goes in the drawing this direction is going to go towards vanishing point right. Like this wall, the bottom of the wall goes to vanishing point right, right? So now I'm on a grid and all the lines that go this way are going to go vanishing point left. All the lines that go this way are going to vanishing point right. So this line here is going to go to vanishing point right, right? Right? And this is going to go to vanishing point left. So this wall with the windows on it needs to go to vanishing point right. So I'm going to come from 16 to vanishing point right. Then I'm going to come on that trajectory out into the room. And then I'm going to draw this line here that's at my 16-foot line, right? So this isn't actually a wall I'm going to draw next, but I'm going to come along this 16-foot away from left vanishing point. Continue that into the room. And I'm going to get my box here that's 16 by 16. Now I can draw from 0 to out to this corner. This is out on the patio now. Now this right wall, we said this wall right here with the fireplace on it is slanting down in this direction. So here it's 16 feet, right? But out here at this 16, where I'm going vertical, that's not going to go all the way up to 16 feet up here off the page. That's only going to be 10 feet high. How do I find 10 feet on this line? I've got 10 feet here in the corner, right? You come from the left vanishing point because everything on this wall relates to left vanishing point. If I'm not sure, I go look at the floor. The floor is going to left vanishing point. So I'm going to walk away from left vanishing point through that 10 and out into the room till it crosses that line up there. Now I'm going to put a mark right there that says 10. And so I can take this vertical straight up to the 10. And then I can dot to dot. From the 16 down to the 10, this is not going to the right vanishing point. This is a different angle. This is the one thing in my drawing, besides the lean back of a sofa, that does not go to a vanishing point. So this is the line between the wall and the ceiling. This line between wall and the ceiling is this over here. Kind of a weird view of a ceiling, actually. But that's because the ceiling tilts up like this and slopes down. We're seeing this line right here and this line right there. And then this line that comes out this way is going to move away from vanishing point. So from that 10, so this wall here is coming. If I'm a mouse and I'm walking away from left vanishing point to the corner, I need to switch vanishing points and walk away from right vanishing point out here. So I'd come this way to create this wall that these are sitting on. All right, so this is the wall with the chimney on it. Let's put the chimney in there. The chimney sits in the middle. We find the middle of the room, stand in the middle of the room, put your pencil here, and walk towards vanishing point right at a 90-degree angle to this wall until you hit the wall. That's going to be my center, so that's going to be 8 feet right there. The chimney we said was 4 feet wide, so I need to go 2 feet on either side of it. If I take this line out here, and I stand in the middle and head towards the left vanishing point, I'll get a line that's 8 feet here, and 8 feet here, and 8 feet here from those corners. It would help to X these off as well, so I can find 4 feet and 12 feet. This wall here
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
going to the left vanishing point because the floor of the wall goes towards the left vanishing point.
Okay.
So everything on this wall goes towards vanishing point left.
Okay.
And everything on this wall goes to vanishing point right. But you see that's confusing because see how you have these narrowing as they go towards the corner? These are not doing that. And the slope of the roof that you see here becomes a
Okay.
weirdness here, right? So let's draw these lines across and get ourselves a good floor grid here. Our chimney actually we want to put inside of this as well. So we're going to go find 6. I'm going to go between 8 and 12, and I'm going to find 10. And at 6 and 10, I'm going to go vertical. I'm going to put the chimney right here. From 6 to 10 up the wall. That's where the chimney attaches to the wall. So it's just going to go here to the ceiling and stop. And then I want to bring it out into the room. It doesn't come out as far as these X's. This X right here is this X right here. So this line that I've drawn here, about halfway back along there is where my chimney hearth is going to sit. I just guesstimated the back. I didn't actually measure to say this was half of that. I'm just going to put a line back here for my hearthstone to sit on the floor. I'm going to come in away from my vanishing point for the ends of it. I'm going to create a little bit of height on that, just a little dash coming up, and I'm going to give that some thickness. I want to give the chimney thickness as well, so I'm going to come halfway into the room along this hearthstone. I'm going to make a little dash going up because that's my next direction. I'm going to drag that line through the center of the hearthstone to the other end of it. Put a dash going up. So this line here is going to be the side of the chimney. This is going to be the front of the chimney. Actually, it's going to come here. The line that I drew over here is not going to be seen. This is going to be the front of the chimney that I'm going to see. How high do I go? Well, I come where it attaches to the wall, and I come all the way to the top of the wall, right? So that line's complete. But then at this point, I need to come away from vanishing point, which? Well, the bottom of the chimney goes away from vanishing point right. So the top of the chimney is going to go away from vanishing point right as well. There's a weirdness here because of this line not going to vanishing point right. This line will. So it's going to come up like this, just a little bit into the room. So the end of my chimney is going to do something like that. And the front of my chimney is going to be higher than the wall, right? I'm just going to repeat the slope of the roof for the front of the chimney and come up till I meet this line over here. Get my eraser in there so that I don't have that confusion back there. So I got the top of my chimney and the corner of my chimney. This is headed towards vanishing point, and I see the side of my chimney just to set myself right, the bricks on the front of this chimney relate to vanishing point left. Because everything on this wall relates to vanishing point left. If I have doubt, I go down to the floor and I notice the floor is going to vanishing point left. So come from this top corner of the chimney and make some light lines, just construction lines here, to set some bricks up on that chimney that are headed towards vanishing point left. Maybe you want to come down here by your horizon line at the 5 foot and set some horizontally oriented lines. Let's just imagine some lines in here going towards left vanishing point, because this slope of the roof is really confusing to me. I keep thinking I'm going to vanishing point right on this wall if I look at the top of it. And I'm actually supposed to be going to vanishing point left. So I've just put some bricks on that chimney to remind me and orient me that I'm going to the left, because I'm going to put windows on this wall too, right? My windows went from 3 to 9 foot in my other drawing, so I'm going to do that here.